Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, otherwise known as Pulpy Syntax, and today has been a fabulous day. Today we woke up, Pulpy Fiction happened, that was a long live stream, I put makeup on my face and looked, I don't know, I kind of liked the look. We also caught some of the Peetz birthday stream, which we covered. Editing Zach has done filming Zach a solid. Picked out the best bits, and we're going to be reacting to it in a proper fashion. Now, the reason why we'll be reacting is because just after the stream, Miss Foodie Beauty, Miss Chantel Marie, also uploaded the video, I brought $100 worth of retro candy. Now, it was interesting because I didn't think this video was happening based on the discussion in the live, but hey, here we are. So we're going to do a little bit of a clip show to start off with the live stream. The best bits, as we call them, including icing cakes, cat hair, and a health update. And then we're going to have a look at the $100 worth of retro candy, mukbang, review, whatever we're going to call it. So with all of that being said, let's jump into the videos. Now, as with all clip shows, we are sped up to 1.3 times speed. Also, I'm just noticing my eyes are a little red. That would be the makeup remover. Anyway, let's go.
Oh, Sam Phillips, it's my grams, and she's hanging in there.
Okay, pause heavy starting up. There is discussion in this live stream about grandma's health. I don't believe I kept most of it in, thankfully. I'm not really all that interested. Of course, condolences. It sucks that anyone is unhealthy in general. Could a simpler statement be made? No. I don't need to know the specifics of grandma's health. It was discussed in the live stream. I won't be talking on it here.
She's hanging in there. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna whip it.
Whip it good.
Sam is beezing.
Oh no, we thought the same
You
thing.
guys want to watch? Huh? Well, yeah, duh.
Okay, so we've got cakes to talk about. We didn't see the cakes made, so the assumption is that they were baked earlier in the day. I would hope they're cool. I mean, we don't see the icing slide off it, so I'm assuming it's come to room temperature. And I believe this is a vanilla funfetti cake, possibly Betty Crocker. Didn't catch the brand, but it is definitely Betty Crocker icing.
Oi. Remember that from like the night.
This icing is kind of...
Okay, send them my way.
Midstream, this icing reminded me that there were low points in my life where I ate this icing, chocolate though, this icing straight out of a tub. And I ate the whole thing in one sitting. And I never recognized that maybe I have an issue with food. We'll continue.
What is that? Oh, it's part of the cake that I touched.
Also, now we have to talk about cakes. So, this is a double layer cake. We'll let it run. This is a double layer cake. She's got two cakes sitting on top of each other.
What I'm going to do is lay
The problem is she's kept them both the same way up. So you've got the rise and then the rise.
Wow, that's sweet.
Well, yeah, it's.
I like lemon meringue pie because it's not that sweet, you know?
Okay, but lemon curd is sweet. It's balanced with savory, but no. Bitterness? Sourness, that's the one. But still lots of sugar in it. Anyway, top tip from someone who just bakes at home, not a professional. So if you are a professional baker, feel free to leave your comments and tips in the box below. There we go. With this, you could quite easily just flip it to have the rounded edge on the bottom, right? I don't understand why this is a rectangular cake. I think a circle would have done better. But that's fine. She could flip it upside down to have basically the rounded edges of the cakes on the top and bottom. Or you could slice across the top to make it flat, essentially.
The edges, I left it in the oven a little too long. Chubby use! I love saying that.
I think the color looks fine, though.
Chubby use. It's no use. Oh yeah, Victoria. Where's Victoria? It is Saturday.
Just,
people have
forgive me if I'm incorrect, but you could crumb coat this. Maybe not if it's a packet cake. Maybe the crumb's not very good, but you could clean up the edges and then crumb coat the frosting and then do a second layer after like half an hour, right? Is that right? Have I got that right? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see it.
So,
we'll see it.
Can't
Also, it's not just
assume
one tub of icing. Surprise.
that
It's 2.
people are gonna be free tonight to hang out. Am I right? It is.
I was free. It was my Sunday. I had nothing to do apart from hang out with my lovely stream.
I don't know how to ice cakes. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just doing what I can. I don't know if this is gonna be too much icing, but according to Peetz, you can't have too much icing, and it is his cake, so
I think you can, but...
we're gonna go by the finished result.
And I understand buttercream. Like, not everyone has the ability to make buttercream, but it is, like... it is a relatively simple recipe. And it would be something, like, I mean, that content you could create, right? You could... Anyway. That could have been a video. Making making Pete's birthday cake.
Just after. Let's see for yourself.
I think. I mean, we're doing it on stream. I guess I can't argue.
Oh, I wish I got a Sailor Moon cake for him. That would have been cool. I guess I should have called the bakery. Maybe on that one. All right.
Like a crescent moon fondant or something cute on the top. That'd be.
Let me just put a thicker, because we want it to have like a good cream middle.
So
you want to
wet.
have enough icing in the middle for it to. So now what we're gonna do is.
Oh, okay. I didn't see this before. I didn't know how she'd baked the cake. Is this how people do it? Baking it in a foil pan? I have cake pans, so I have like an 8x8 and then like a 9-inch round, both short and tall, with like spring-loaded bases for one of them. I've never seen I've never thought to bake in a foil, but this actually makes a lot of sense. Heat retention probably wouldn't be great in like this thin of a foil. So sorry, baking minded Zach.
It's not going to be even in the most pretty, but it is.
Again, if you flip the bottom one upside down, you could have crushed that bottom piece in, or you could slice the top off and even it all up. You could slice the top off of this one and even it up. Spoiler alert, that doesn't happen, but
Delicious.
it would.
We did make this before
Sure.
for him.
Is this This has got to be a box mix. Did I make that assumption? I feel like I did.
Looks healthy, doesn't it?
No, that looks like sugar and butter.
Nope.
Sugar, butter, milk, vanilla, right? That's the buttercream recipe.
Here's the thing.
Tell
If
me.
you only ate unhealthy on your birthday, for example, you wouldn't feel like eating unhealthy, because if you always eat healthy, you don't really. I don't know if it goes like that for everybody, but
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like we'll get into it in the candy hall. Is that what we're referring to it as? But like, there's a reason why we use the language like treats, because it is a treat. It is something special. It is something that like you wouldn't be having every day. Treats. So something like a birthday cake is a treat. Like it is.
this is like
a
I have to
special
put like
occasion.
an icing. Okay, I'll show you guys when I'm done here.
This is a lot of.
It's like an icing
sugar.
overhang. Has to cover both the inside. Oh my goodness.
Also, I think if you're going to do something like this, again, it's very important that you actually have like flat layers of cake to deal with, because otherwise you're gonna literally either have complete separation or just get an entire mouthful of icing on those corners. See how like differently sized they are? Not important. From my understanding, again, not made a whole heap of cakes, just a very, very simple household baker. From my understanding, if you're going to ice, you should do your edges first, get a crown, then do your top, even it out, make it look pretty. Right? Right. Anyway.
So messy, guys. But we're just gonna work it out.
And again, I think you could have done a crumb coat on this. You could have cleaned up all your edges, done a thin layer, even if it is just canned icing. Do a thin layer, let it settle, let the crumb seal, and then you can do a second round.
It's only one box. It's only one box. It's because I split it in two, but it looks like a huge ass cake.
Yeah, again, a round, I think.
You know what I mean?
I like a round cake as opposed to a slab cake.
Shave the top off. I thought of that to make it more uniform, but then all the crumbs will get in the icing.
Then you do a crumb
what I mean?
coat.
I think I'm just gonna leave it. If it's imperfect, it's okay.
Crumb coat, or you could like do a soak, is it? Where you put like a small amount of liquid into it to absorb, to keep it moist. And that's different to a crumb coat.
You know? He is. He's my family. Him and the cats are my family. I mean, like who I live with, you know? So that's how it is. It's like our own little family.
I'll give it this, right? Like, it's a nice thing to do. I appreciate when my housemate does things for me because I've lived with him for a long time and we consider each other family as well. I get this. I will say it is a nice thing to do to make your friend a cake. It's a nice thing. Like, I'm a big fan of giving away my baked goods as well. So this is a nice thing to do. I don't believe there are any nefarious reasons here. There's no, like, cynically minded Zach being like, well, why did she make this cake? She's just made it for her friends. So that's fine. I think of course, there are improvements in everything that we do. There could have been improvements here on this cake. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just
okay.
It's just a lot. It's a whole heap of icing. Again, I've eaten an entire tub of this by myself.
It's fun living with your best friend, you know?
So,
I mean,
you know,
don't get me wrong.
I have a reference
also
to
fun
this.
living with a lover. Duh. But, you know, I don't know about that. It's also nice to just, like, send them on their way after.
Oh, we're talking about lovers now. Sorry if you missed that.
And just have something casual. But that doesn't always work out. Isn't that true? People catch feelings. I'm just talking to myself.
Well, it's important to communicate expectations beforehand.
Oh my goodness.
Healthy relationships.
This cake might give them
Key to
diabetes.
happiness. Well, happiness with other people.
I mean, wow, it's got so much icing, but it has to have the icing to cover. I think it'll be fine.
It's just so much. It's so much.
I don't know why I double layered it like this. I should have just single layered it, honestly. But
Crumb coat really fine. Scrape it off. Coat.
jeez. Give me a second. I just have to wipe this off.
Oh, okay.
I know. It's not touching the cake. All right.
It was surprised it was sweet.
Let's see if this works.
Oh, okay. So this clip, she's using cookie icing, like pre-made cookie icing, to decorate the cake. Now, I had a little bit of a moment because I was like, wait, cookie icing is very different to a lot of cake icing. Very different, maybe a little bit of a stretch, but like from my understanding, cookie icing is meant to set firm so that like you can have decorative cookies. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
What a pain in the butt.
You're doing something nice for your friend, Chantel. I mean...
Oh my god.
Also, happy spelt in a fun way.
Sorry. Look.
Also this.
Oh
this
man,
is
this sucks.
a lot.
Huh? Hold on! 2 more minutes!
To be fair, I think piping is particularly hard.
I can't write anymore.
I do not have the dexterous ability that a lot of professional bakers have. So, I would probably do the same caliber as this.
Cursive? Okay.
It's very thick.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Sorta.
It's a lot. I feel like having iced things in the past, I feel like I've grown my ability a little bit more, but this is this reads a lot of how I started out.
Okay. I give up.
Just like, oh, that didn't work. Okay, now put more on and just smear it around, make it look artistic.
BJP.
For my own part, I don't like going out.
Yeah.
I don't like leaving the house.
When it gets nicer out, that's when I feel more of an itch to get out, but in freezing, like minus weather, whatever.
I mean, also pandemic. But why did I keep this in? I kept this in just because it was kind of confirmation for me, I suppose, that like, look, I know this feeling. I feel most comfortable at home as well. But I also know that because I love myself enough to keep healthy, that getting outside of my home when I can is part of that. It's not just the physical health, it's the mental health of it all as well, right? So when you go for a walk for an hour and get some sun and get some fresh air and see other people, like, for me at least, that's self-care, right? Like, that's looking after myself. That's caring for myself enough to actually experience the outside world. Because if you, in my experience, keep kind of isolated in this manner, mental health, for me, again, not a professional, I know that my mental health suffered because of my isolation, which was due to, severe weight gain. So this clip I kept in just for kind of confirmation for the narrative that both Peetz and Chantel kind of feel a similar way, which I can reflect on. Also, that cake in the background is lopsided, and yeah. And that's absolutely fine. I mean, it's got a cake anyway. Oh. Also, cat on the counter. That cat was on the counter for a hot minute of this live stream, and you get into it later, but guess what? Turns out if you teach animals not to, be on kitchen counters, fur is gonna get everywhere. And when you've got a freshly iced cake sitting out on a counter, yeah. And this meatloaf. Really? I don't understand meatloaf and cheese. Again, haven't eaten a lot of meatloaf in my past. Don't understand it with cheese.
Is she gonna lick the icing?
Stay away from the cake.
Very beige plate. Where's my broccoli?
Touch of package? Like a lot of cheese.
Oh, well.
It's not C. diff.
But how much cheese you eat?
So
this clip is now an update on the health of Chantel. She mentioned a little bit earlier in this stream that she didn't really want to talk about it, but then she kind of let something slip and then was like, well, I guess we all know now. So this is kind of the chunk of conversation in regards to health that we will be privy to.
I went to a clinic because I woke up the other day. When I went to bed the other night, like maybe 3 nights ago, I started having shivers and
Historians let me know, 3 nights ago from this date of streaming, was that before the I'm going to take a break discussion? So was it just after the Uncle's House live stream or the one after that? My days are kind of getting mixed up and it's really hard for me to keep track because of being on the other side of the planet. So our reference to days and dates is a little bit off. But yes, this is the update.
I felt like I had a fever, shivers, and then I woke up drenched in sweat.
Yeah,
and
good.
I just couldn't get warm, and normally I'm always warm, so
a fever.
I know, Joe, I'm just going to she sent me to the ER. So I woke up and the fever was gone. I took my temperature. It was normal, but I had these rashes. Remember I showed you guys a long time ago, actually, my leg, there was these marks on them and we couldn't figure out what they were. Some people were it's diabetes.
I feel like I may have seen that.
And I went and got it looked at by a skin doctor. Nobody could figure out what it was. I put cream on it. It didn't go away. So I went to a clinic because the spots on my leg were inflamed, red, sore, so painful.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
So I went to the clinic and I'm I'm gonna get a cream for this. The clinic doctor looked at it and he's like, this is serious. I think you should go to the ER to get it checked out when you can because of your previous health problems with my PE and medical conditions and things.
Mm-hmm.
And he also said because he suspects that it's a condition called vasculitis. So I don't know if people know what that is, but vasculitis is a rare autoimmune disorder.
I will put up the details.
And what kind of cheese did this? It's a rare autoimmune disorder. It's not diet or weight related at all. There's even there's kids that get it. There's a certain type that's very common in kids. It was Brie.
Chantal is
inflammation.
Not a kid,
so yeah, it's an inflammation of this blood cell. So basically your body is attacking the walls of blood cells, healthy blood cells. And
she comes back around to it, but from my understanding, vasculitis is an inflammation of blood vessels that causes changes in the blood vessel walls. It can cause vessel walls to thicken and narrow, cutting off vital blood supply to tissues and organs. Symptoms include fever, fatigue, weight loss, muscle and joint pain. Some forms of vasculitis improve on their own, others require medication. Great, that's the basics of it all, right? It does say in this little snippet, lab tests and imaging always required. So the clinic doctor is making kind of an assumption based on his best point of reference, I guess, which is her medical history and what he's seeing in front of him. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about getting on camera talking about potential diagnosis in regards to your health, because you don't know, right? And it's hard to walk. I guess it's hard. In my past, I've experienced the same thing. It's hard to walk away from a potential diagnosis without tests, screenings, finding out whether or not something's, correct or incorrect, and to like fall down the rabbit hole of Dr. Google, because it's going to be a bad time. However, that kind of is the conversation that happens here. It's like the clinician or doctor has, made a potential diagnosis, but from what I can see, there needs to be a little bit of testing at least, and has told Chantel she should go to the emergency room. Spoilers, she hasn't. Again, 3 days ago.
So the thing is that if you don't get it, if you don't get on some kind of treatment, I'm really hoping I don't have to go on immunosuppressant therapy. I really, really hope. But
I think steroids.
Yeah, blood vessels. Options. Sorry, Patricia. It's inflammation of
not blood cells, blood vessels.
But the thing is it can attack like the blood vessels in my legs. Like sounds like those welts are there. But it also attacks blood cells, like your arteries, vessels. Like blood cells in your heart. It can cause it can be fatal if you don't get it treated.
Which, when you consider the kind of conversation about pulmonary embolisms and the blood thinners, it was either blood thinners or blood thickeners, that all screams danger, red flag, right? So if you had to be on blood thinners, blood thickeners, whichever one it was, I can't quite remember, there is clearly an issue with the blood in general. And now there's a potential diagnosis of vasculitis. Now, vasculitis, from my understanding, is rare. But again, not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just an audience member who's being told that this content creator has another potential symptom, trying to make sense of the health story that is being spotlighted continuously. Anyway.
Feel good as soon. Thank you.
Also,
because immunosuppression therapy is it not steroids? Like, I've just heard things about it. I don't know about losing weight. I haven't really. There's some days I don't really have much of an appetite at all. And some days I do. But so basically it's like some kind of inflammation now. It can attack organs. It can attack your organs.
Yeah, blood vessels go pretty much everywhere.
I think something else is going on with the liver, like beyond the weight, that it's so advanced. The liver part is so advanced. Oh, Bay Nations and happy
What
birthday,
happened to
Peetz.
the NAFLD? Wasn't that an actual diagnosis?
It's pretty serious. It can attack your kidneys. So
literally everything in your body. Blood goes everywhere, right? Right? Except for in bones.
Yeah, I don't know. They say there's no evidence that diet has any relation to it, but anti-inflammatory foods will definitely help. But
okay, I'll take that with a grain of salt.
With
also, like, I kind of feel like treatment would help maybe a little bit more than anti-inflammatory foods. That's the word I'm trying to find. Like, treatment would probably help more than addressing diet. Maybe not more in the long run, but probably immediately. I feel like some form of medication would assist here over like the diet of it all. Also, remember, there's a video with $100 candy haul happening. So anyway,
and the thing is like I really don't. I went to the ER a couple of nights ago, and it was like packed, like sardines packed, and it would have been a good 5 hours before I could even see a doctor. And like for me, there was no like bigger chairs available, just like the little ones, and they have walls, and it was so uncomfortable. And I thought I can't sit here for 5 hours like this. So I'm just gonna have to keep trying to go when it's a little less busy, or maybe there's a more comfortable seating.
Okay, so there's a couple of things for me to touch on here, right? The comfort of an ER room. I've been fortunate enough to never have to go to an ER. Sorry, I keep calling it an ER room, which is redundant. I'll try to stop that. Never had to go to an emergency room during a pandemic, so that's a whole different situation to unpack. In regards to the comfort of an emergency room, I don't think I've ever been in an emergency room that is specifically comfortable. Fortunately, I've never had to go to an ER as a patient, but they're not comfortable places necessarily, in my experience. But also, like, if a healthcare professional told me, hey, you might have this thing, probably best to go to the ER and get it looked at, you can guarantee I'm going to take that advice. I'm going to take that advice and be like, I understand that I'm going to sit in a small chair. I understand that I'm going to be a little bit of a spectacle or uncomfortable or have to wait 5 hours to see a doctor. That's fine. I understand that because another healthcare professional has told me I need to go get this checked out. That's just what that is. I am not supremely knowledgeable about what healthcare in Canada looks like, but this entire discussion just seems like you just want to ignore the problem, right? And I get that because there is a lot of ignorance is bliss in this whole narrative that is this channel. I understand that. You don't want to address the issues because it means you have to address the issues. Easier just to let it kind of be ignored. Totally understand that. Have been there myself. But you do get to a point where you wake up and you realize all of these problems that you've been having since forever have compounded, made things worse. Now you have to deal with them, as present day Zach, Chantel, whoever. So this kind of sounds like a thing that you probably shouldn't ignore. You probably shouldn't just let it continue. We will continue though.
Birthday to Pete. Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, this is Pete's birthday.
It does explain a lot. I'm just worried that what other damage did it do, because it can also inflame it can cause shortness of breath. So I know that
being able to have shortness of breath
automatically, but it's really bad. And I noticed when my leg was inflamed, my breathing since then has just been worse. So I think that they just need to do a lot of tests, is what the clinic doctor said. So the best place for me, given my medical history, and they have on my chart and everything, is to go to the emergency, and I'll probably be sent into the urgent care clinic there or whatever. It's all in the one building, so over here. So I just have to suck it up and go. I'm I don't want to go on Pete's birthday. I keep finding, So it's urgent, but it's not I don't know, how would you say that? It's an emergency, but not a super urgent, right this second kind of emergency. So I'm going to go. I heard the best time to go to the ER is between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. So I'm thinking of doing that. It will be slow during Super Bowl. So go tomorrow.
I think she said it was on 5 a.m.
tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
the next day. So I don't know how close that is in reference to when this
I don't know what they're going to do.
Live.
I want to be officially diagnosed with that, but that's what the clinic doctor thinks it is. And it makes sense.
I feel like you need tests or imaging or something.
There's not really much they're going to be able to do. Cool. It would take a while to get all these tests done and everything. And my family doctor is not available right now. So I have to make an future appointment, which,
So which one is it though? Is it not important enough to have to go to an emergency room for? It's considered urgent care, so I'm assuming it's quite important. Again, this sounds important to me. It sounds pretty get the diagnosis, get the treatment, get that started. It's either that or it's not important enough to do that, and therefore you can wait for your family doctor for an appointment. Which one is it? Can you wait or can't you wait? Don't understand this narrative. By all reasoning in my mind, if a healthcare professional tells you to go to an ER, go to an ER.
Right away.
So she, if I'm getting this correct, she went to the clinician's office in regards to the fever, but the clinician can't help with this form of diagnosis. That would have to be a family doctor. Again, I don't know anything about Canadian healthcare. But yeah, again, pandemic, making everything very difficult. Okay. I think she settles on ER.
Introduce more anti-inflammatory foods, mix it in with the foods I'm eating now and try to,
I don't understand.
It's a smaller wean off, but already I'm noticing that
the food,
the dietitian said my taste should just slowly, gradually change, or you might not even want the junk. And, it's true. I did a video with those candies I bought. Mm-hmm. I took a bite, and after that,
I gotta watch it.
You wouldn't go? Oh my God, it's so fluffy, isn't it?
Don't. Uh-huh. Also, okay, that cake does look fluffy. A lot of sugar in it. Great. But the comment just before the cake got shown, people in the chat saying I wouldn't go. Don't no, maybe don't take advice from your YouTube chat in regards to your health. Maybe listen to the professional who gave you the advice. Anyway.
Take a big bite on camera.
Yeah, that's good.
Chantal, my best friend has lived with vasculitis for over 25 years so far, and she lives a full life. Just has flare-ups once in a great while. Oh, that makes me feel a lot better, actually. That makes me feel good. Thank you.
I think I'm starting to liken the discussion about your own health with your YouTube audience in the same capacity as Dr. Google. Because it's the same, like I have zero qualifications to talk about health. I'm talking about health in regard, like in the way that an audience member would try to understand something they're being told. So, and you know, my only reference point is the content and the internet. So I guess it's that same discussion about the echo chamber of like how much weight can you put behind, no pun intended, how much weight can you put behind someone's opinion in regards to your own health before you actually need to make a stand and do it for yourself, you know? Anyway.
Therapy for it? Like some kind of medicine for it?
Yeah, isn't there, there's treatment for it,
Whether you make the cake, frosting, it depends on whether you consider this making the frosting.
That's not making the frosting.
Yes, meds.
Scooping it out of a
I made a med
can.
a 2-tier med thing. Slides out, so it has, like, I only have actually like 3, 4, well, that's enough prescribed meds. The rest are all like vitamins and things. Like I take a liver helper.
4
supplement.
prescribed medications. Okay. I'm fortunate enough to not require any prescriptions at the moment.
This kind of dairy that's in here is like the probiotic one, and it actually works really well.
I'm
I've only
taking
been on it for
zero
a short
health
time.
advice from
A
this
wine
channel, by the
probiotic.
way.
I got it on him.
That's just me.
Amazon.
Oh, this is weird.
Did you? Did you sneak? I think part of me too feels bad.
Shenanigans.
Don't look at my underwear. Alright, I'll have a small piece. You pulled my leg.
So earlier in the chat, it was a discussion of, no, I don't need the cake, I don't want the cake, and then eventually we have the cake.
Twisted your arm.
Surprise.
Whatever.
This is, again, after
She
the
always
candy
thinks that.
haul.
She always thinks that pulling my leg means can force her into something. But like, no. Twisting your arm.
Remember I used to say by purpose?
Uh-huh.
What is it I used to do? Tell everybody.
You said by purpose.
And what was the other one?
On accident. Though I've seen that one. That one does seem to be fairly common.
It's all crumbly. How come?
Because it's so...
Let me know in the comments below, do you eat a cake with a spoon or a fork? This type of cake, I would probably go for a fork. Yeah.
soft. Exactly.
Cutlery
You have a
conversations.
piece. Any cat hair? No.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I see one. Look. You see it?
Uh-huh.
Surprise.
Shit.
Surprise,
We
there's
don't look
cat
at
hair
our
in the
food just in
food.
case.
Yeah.
There probably is.
Yeah, everywhere?
We have
Probably.
You have 2 cats. It's unavoidable.
It
I
would
don't
be
mind
When
avoidable
you
if
have
they
cats,
weren't on the
it's
counter.
unavoidable that their food that you're going to eat their fur.
Sure. Again, get them off the counter.
Oh my god, I'm gonna crap myself. I flung my boob crumbs. Thank you, Chantal. Thank you, Chantal. Oh, I gotta poop.
Cat.
Wait, I can have another bite.
Don't bring the cake in there with you.
But whenever I get seen, I'm gonna say, I didn't know if I was gonna, the doctor told me to come here. I didn't
You
want to
missed
come.
the dinner and cake.
No. Gail. Actually, I sleep well whenever, like, if I'm admitted and I have my machine.
That comment just previously, I understand, I guess, the general apprehension of going to an emergency room during a pandemic. Totally understand that. Also, though, like, other health concerns will exist regardless of whether or not COVID is, severe or not within your location. So, like, it adds an added layer of stress. The whole point of, like, keeping the numbers down was to make sure that the world's healthcare system doesn't get completely inundated by purely COVID, because that way it gives us all the ability to still receive medical care for all the other ailments and issues that occur. So I understand the apprehension from that perspective, but still, a clinician has told you to go to the ER. Take the advice.
Oh, great, thanks. More boob crumbs for you. So the ER, like when you go to the hospital, there's a main entrance, and then there's emergency. And then in the emergency department, whenever you go and you give the triage nurse your information, they triage you, they take your vitals, your blood pressure, and they send you to the appropriate department that you need. So there's the psych, there's urgent care, which is like things that are, not super urgent. Then there's like not life-threatening.
Why is it called urgent care?
There's ambulatory care or something where they have to like monitor you. It might be like observation. They have to like hook you up.
Very well versed in emergency rooms. There,
but it depends. Like I don't know.
You have to pay for ambulance service.
Yeah. Although it is covered, some of it's covered, and my insurance covers it.
There you go.
The Gaining Ground. Hi, how are you? What's up? What's up? I don't think I'll be admitted, no, unless I have some kind of like. The thing is with vasculitis, if it's left untreated, it can attack organs and things, and like other blood vessels, like in your
lungs. But it might not
heart,
just be vasculitis.
I don't know how long
it
I've had
could be
this.
something else. You don't know.
Like what, a year, maybe more. So.
Also, you were in the hospital like a month ago.
You're defending me in Turkish,
right?
No, I don't think I'll be admitted. I don't want to. Like I really don't want to. I want to be home with my cats and with Peetz and my own bed.
Now, onto the video. As always, we are sped up to 1.25 times speed. And here we go! Nice.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Hello!
Do you miss me even after you've watched my videos? Well, good news. Follow me on Instagram.
I've had a lot of
more of
Chantel today, so I'm good.
Hey guys, hey. Hi guys, hey. How are you? How are you? Welcome back. I have missed you so much. And what a way to celebrate my return than unboxing and taste testing.
Okay, I do have to remember here that this video seems to be filmed, edited, probably uploaded before the live stream. I mean, yes, that's how time works, Zach. So that's happened. Okay.
About
timelines.
$100 worth of nostalgia candy. So
why?
All right, let me get this unboxed for you. And I'll be right back. Let's get to it.
Why, especially after like all of the conversation about health in that live stream? I mean, throw caution to the wind. Fine, whatever. Like, it's hard. It's hard for me to sit here and see this when you're talking about your health. And I understand you've been talking about a brand new potential diagnosis of a rare immunodisease, is that correct? Okay, sure. But you've told us that you're potentially pre-diabetic. You've told us that you have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So, we know that it needs to be addressed in the diet. Just saying that you're introducing, anti-inflammatory foods into your diet ain't it. Also, still kind of pressed about not going to the emergency room when a medical professional tells you to. Also, to reiterate, not a physical or mental health care professional. We will continue.
Oh my gosh. There's so much candy.
There's a lot going on with that background.
So, I'm actually, alright, I actually don't really enjoy eating a lot of candy and packaged snacks and things like that lately. So, I'm just going to be doing a taste test, probably have a bite of each, and probably give it away to somebody in a little while who, after COVID, who I know will like it, someone close to me. So
I'm confused because wasn't the mid-COVID conversation I can't give any canned or any of these packaged foods away? Wait, wasn't it also... Wait, how many... I'm confused because we went through the story of I need to get rid of all the packaged and boxed and parceled things like cans of whatever in my pantry/kitchen because I can't have them in the house because I'll non-intuitively eat them. Where's the story at with intuitive eating now? I'm very confused. And now you're going to say you're going to open all of these and try them. Maybe not all of them, but you're going to open this haul of candy and other things. I thought this was candy. To try them but then you're just going to give them away to people. Aren't you concerned? I would be concerned as someone who overate on junk food, processed food, however you want to call this, a lot. Yeah, I'd be concerned about having it in the house. Absolutely. I would not choose to spend $100 on retro candy. I'm spotting the things that aren't candy in here. I'd be concerned with keeping them in the house because I could guarantee you I wouldn't, at my biggest, I didn't have the willpower to just say, I'll stop eating this. That's not how I worked. Anyway.
And I'm also going to have some water to cleanse my palate in between these sugary, salty snacks.
Okay.
All right, so that we can get the big bags out of the way, let's try these chips. So this is nostalgia candy. This is from Candy Funhouse. And I just was browsing, and all these candies just brought up all this nostalgia, which is how a lot of treats work for us as human beings, right? So I actually found a whole bunch of different candy and treats
I'm not really sure. I don't have nostalgia for candy. I have, like, oftentimes if we're talking about, like, growing up or childhood, there may come a point where I'll go, like, oh, red frogs, remember them? Or, like, killer pythons, remember them? Like, sure, I'll have nostalgia for candy, but, like, it is just a memory, right? It is just, like, I don't have a craving attached to that memory. I don't reflect on that memory and instantly go, oh, I'd really like to eat that again. Like, sure, it might be interesting to revisit it, but, like, it's not a craving that I need to act on, I suppose. Anyway.
From other countries, too, that I've not tried before. And
I hate to be pedantic, but how can you be nostalgic for something you've never tried before from a different country? What? So was it just the like inherent emotional nostalgia happening, and then you were like, well, I'm online now, I may as well get a whole heap of stuff and film it and edit it and upload it and monetize it? Going to talk about addiction?
I've tried as a kid.
Maybe
and
not.
Really want to have some more now. See what they taste like now, just for nostalgia purposes. So, all right. So this first bag of chips here,
what?
Wild mushroom and sour cream Lay's.
Ooh.
These are from.
They sound good.
Republika Moldova. Lay's Romania. So these are like Romanian.
Okay, cool.
Chips. Sorry if I'm not saying that right.
I mean, sour cream works as
mushroom.
a powder in everything.
Sour cream.
Mushroom would be pretty earthy.
Let's give them a try.
Interesting, because mushroom is kind of one of those things that absorbs flavors more than gives its own or lends its own. But it will have like an earthiness to it, I'd imagine. If anyone's tried these, please let me know what they taste like. I'm assuming sour cream heavy. Mushroom, yeah, like earthiness.
That's kind of weird.
Okay, great descriptor.
It does taste like sour cream and mushroom.
There you go, who'd have thought it?
It's such a weird...
Look, my general rule for chips, not that I've enjoyed them in a very long time, because I can't open a bag and not eat the entire thing yet. I'm working on it. It is my understanding that pretty much anything you can get in powdered soup form, you can pretty much put on a potato chip. Relatively similar, like mechanics happening there with like flavored powders, right? On a potato chip, you're just kind of adding more salt. Although in a soup, it's probably got a lot of salt. Don't mind me having thoughts here about
experience
soup.
For my taste buds. But yeah, these are different. I really like these.
Would they make a good chip sandwich?
I think sour cream.
A crisp sandwich with butter.
Chips from
carbs.
Romania. All right, these are other chips from the same. Oh, Bulgaria. I'm sorry. I think these were Bulgaria as well. These are from Bulgaria. These are ketchup ruffles. Now, we have ketchup chips in Canada, but we don't have ketchup ruffles. We have ruffles, we have ketchup chips, but we don't have ketchup ruffles. So I wanted to try, since I love ketchup chips, and I like ruffles, let's give these a try.
Sure, so you're going to, like, who cares? Who cares at this point if she's going to give them away or keep them? It doesn't matter. The diet doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh.
Diet doesn't matter. Health doesn't matter.
This area.
Throw it all into the wind.
World, those might actually be better than the Lay's ketchup.
We don't eat, well, no, sorry, I don't eat a lot of ketchup flavored potato chips.
Ketchup chips. Now these next chips, wrap snacks. Dabbing is a lifestyle. Sour cream with a dab of ranch. Migos, flavored potato.
Dabbing is a lifestyle.
I have
wow.
seen these around. And I think they're just really funny and cool. So
I mean,
I'm going to try wrap
good
snacks.
tagline.
Sour cream with a dab of ranch. So it's gonna be like a very creamy flavor, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Again, I don't think I've ever eaten ranch.
Okay.
I need to branch out. Branch
They
out.
really like
onto the
don't
ranch.
give you
Out.
chips. Of course, it's mostly air. Common complaint for everybody. So let's see.
It's based on weight, like deal. Also, air exists in there to protect them during like
That's
transport.
a really good flavor.
So.
It is like sour cream and ranch. I can't really.
If anyone out there is pressed with the amount of
That's exactly
air
how it
in a
tastes.
bag of chips, there
Like a more
are bigger problems in
flavor
the
sour cream and
world.
onion. If you like that, you'll like this. Don't mind the bees and noise in the background. I think those are my favorite of all
Speaking
of
of the
them.
background, a lot's going on
Sour
back
cream
there.
and ranch. Those wrap snack chips are very good. All right, actually, these are hard to find around me. I don't know why. They do sell them
Combos, stuffed
in my town, in my
snacks.
city, but I have to go looking for them. So
What's this?
these are the pizzeria baked pretzel combos.
What is it? Oh, like a pretzel
I've
stick?
had these before. I really love these. I don't know if you guys like combos. They have all kinds of flavors.
No idea what a
But
combo is.
It's basically
Other side of the planet.
a pretzel with pizza filling.
Right. Ooh, what's the filling though? Because cheese would go rancid, right?
Pizzeria flavored filling. So
Is it like what is the filling? Foodie, help me out.
it really does have that like pizza flavor, you know?
But what's the filling? I have to look it up myself.
Like simulated pizza flavor. Oh, those are really,
Combo's
really,
filling.
really, really salty. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Comment if you know what that's from.
No, I'm good. What is the filling
Alright.
combos? Filling was about
I'm not going to open these now. Okay, I'll try one.
pepperoni, cheese.
These are bigs.
Oh.
I think these are in the United
Okay.
States. I do have some
Processed
United
to a
States snacks here.
paste.
And
Small amount of olive
basically,
oil. No, wait, this is someone making it at
the rest is
home.
going to be like things I couldn't
Different-
get here in Canada,
different
so they're
things.
like from the United States.
Anyway,
Because you guys have like really cool snacks, like weird things that we don't have here in Canada.
but you have nostalgia for them?
so,
Again, me being pedantic,
For
my
example,
apologies.
cheeseburger, sunflower seeds. I need to see if they taste like cheeseburger. I love sunflower seeds. I usually get dill pickle.
I just don't understand. I
That's
don't
not
understand how we can go from a live... Well, this was before the live stream, again. But I don't understand how in the live stream you can say, I have been advised that there are potentially worsening health conditions and still just do this. She took a break and everything. And yet we came back to this. This is why we came back. Right. Well, also Peetz's birthday. So this all happened on the same day. At least, like, there was a break, which was good. But, like, to be told at the start of the break, oh, hey, you should probably go to the ER and get some tests done and get things figured out, to just, like, just be so, like, not pro yourself, not for yourself. Because essentially, like, it's just... There were earlier conversations about just ignoring it, right? Like, just ignoring the health. It's just like, put a rug over that. We don't need to see it. It's like, well, I don't want to go to the ER. Well, guess what? You know, a lot of health concerns people don't want to deal with either, but you got to deal with them because otherwise they're going to come back around and bite you. Anyway.
Burger, but we'll see. Sam. I used to have a scratch and sniff burger sticker, and they taste like how that smells.
So not great then.
They taste kind of just like you would taste like the
Bigs.
pickliness of a cheeseburger with like pickles on it. That's all I taste. So anyway, it's almost like a dill pickle,
I might like them.
but it's very
I like
interesting. It's not a
sunflower
bad
seeds.
flavor.
I like pickles.
So snack on a
Probably
few
high
of
in
those when I
salt,
feel
but that's
under the
okay.
mood. All right,
I like some.
now we're getting into the sweet things.
Oh, good.
So this is cotton candy,
Mm-hmm.
spun in Iowa. Okay, so
Cool.
this is chocolate storybook cotton candy buttered popcorn flavor. They had so many different kinds. I'll link the website for Candy Funhouse. This is not affiliated. I'm not sponsored. I'm just a customer. So I will link it in the description if you want to check out their candy.
I'm going to have a look, see if they...
I think they're based. It's a Canada store. Canadian store.
Candy Funhouse.
I like buttered popcorn flavored things. Like that's
There
my
is one
favorite.
in
Jelly Belly.
Australia. No,
I used to have
Canada.
a lip smacker that was buttered popcorn flavor. It's just I don't know. So this is a bit of nostalgia for me. So let's try it. I'm kind of weirded out. Buttered popcorn.
Oh, they do have a subscription box. Hold on. Get the box. Delivered monthly.
Okay. Very sweet, but It kind of has a kettle corn taste.
She said $100. The subscription box is 65. So this isn't a subscription box.
It does taste like butter popcorn, but because of the sweetness
Maybe.
of the candy, it's more of like a kettle corn kind of taste. Okay, that's really sweet.
So is this just? Did she just order bulk candy?
I mean,
Is that what happened?
just a bite. Whew.
I don't know. Very confused.
All right.
Anyway,
I have never tried these. We don't have these. I can't find. I don't know. Has anyone seen these in Canada? I never have. These are cream-filled cakes, snowballs. Miss Freshly's. We don't have Miss Freshly's here.
no idea about Miss
I think this
Freshly's.
is a US thing.
We've tried something. I've tried
Miss
something similar
Freshly's.
before. It's like a cake, and it's filled with like that
Again,
awful
probably really
confectioner's cream,
They're like snowballs.
and then coated in like a layer of mushroom and coconut. Mushroom? Marshmallow. Wow.
They're dusted in like
Mushroom.
Like
You could do
coconut?
this savory. This would be cool
Oh, it's
savory.
chocolatey on the bottom.
Do like a brioche bun and fill it with like
marshmallow
a
in here?
marshmallow.
Okay, let me try.
Marshmallow, mushroom cream. You see what I did? And then do like something on the outside. What would you do on the outside? I don't
I
know.
didn't get any of the cream. Hold on.
What would you do on the outside with mushroom? Maybe like a chicken pate or something. That'd be cool.
That's
Why
good.
am I
It
thinking
has
of
like a
that?
coconut dusting, pink. Marshmallow layer.
Yup.
I don't usually like marshmallows that much, but a chocolate cake and cream filling.
Yeah. Don't
Again, pretty
Hostess
sweet.
make something similar? I think
Like-
so. People who make Twinkies, right?
Really tasty. Those are tasty.
Yeah. Confection is cream. Not for me.
I did get a package of Kool-Aid because I haven't had Kool-Aid in years. And
This green
is-
screen background
Oh,
is
it's unsweetened Kool-Aid.
playing.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Oh, you have to add sugar. I remember Kool-Aid, you had to add like a whole bag of sugar. I guess you can control the sugar amount, which is kind of good.
Never had Kool-Aid either.
Caffeine-free, good source of vitamin C, Kool-Aid. This is
What's
the
in
tropical
Kool-Aid?
punch flavor. I actually really like Kool-Aid. I used to, but yeah, it's really sweet. So I guess since it's unsweetened, you can just add as much sugar as you want, or you could add a
Citric
sugar
acid,
replacement.
salt, maltodextrin,
So
artificial
I'm gonna make some
colors.
tropical punch Kool-Aid at some point. Maybe today.
So it's just flavoring.
It's his
There's no
birthday
sugar.
today, so I haven't decided if I want to do a live for Peetz's birthday or do a video, but I guess
It was a
you'll find out
live
eventually.
surprise.
I'm making him his favorite dinner and a cake. So, all right. So these
We
are
saw the cake.
bottle caps.
We saw the
Do
cake.
you guys remember bottle caps? Oh my gosh.
No.
These are candies. Like I can't find these anywhere. So they're like soda pop candy. Root beer, cherry, grape, cola, orange.
Oh,
So
cool.
let's try a couple of these bottle
Okay.
caps.
I've had like cola bottles before.
They
They're not
are-
caps though. They're like sour bottles.
Very nostalgic, these candies. Haven't had them in forever. Whew. All right, so this is
Again,
Cherry.
red frogs, killer pythons, raspberry clouds. Yeah, those are the three that I can think of from
they're
childhood.
tart. They taste like sweet tarts, which are like my favorite. I want to try cola. So here's like a brown cola.
They
I don't know
look.
if you can see that.
What are they? Oh, they're like.
Oh my God.
They're like sherbet, are they? Okay.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm thinking cola bottles are like jellies with a sour sugar.
The cola is really sweet
On the outside.
Actually, let's try it.
Interesting. I've had something like this before. It's like it's like a sherbet disc. Can't remember the name.
I like the cherry and grape because they're tart. I think this is probably root beer. That really tastes like root beer. Oh man. Woo! It's sweet like root beer.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
That's really
Content. Everything's content. That's why. Oh, and
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
candy.
Tastes just like the soda.
Balancing it out with water.
All right. Fizz candy. Lots of these.
Fizz candy.
Used to be my favorite as a kid. Lots of fizz.
Oh, are these like a hard shell candy
eat
with
one?
the sherbet fizz in the middle? I may have had these before.
And then, so you pop it in your mouth. I guess this is green. Probably has an orange filling.
I can't see it.
And,
I feel like I've had these before.
oh, the outer tastes like green apple. In the center, there's like a sour fizz.
Sherbet. Is it sherbet?
Used to love these.
A lot of sherbet
I
going
can't
on.
find them anywhere.
I like sherbet. Whiz Fizz, that was a thing. It was like a packet of
I crunched
sherbet
it
and you had
because
like a candy
At the same
stick.
time.
Delicious. Oh, man.
That fizz is what I've always loved.
Children are just like weak
The
to
fizzy
candy,
center.
right?
Now, if you suck it down,
Maybe less so now.
the more you suck it down, fizz will get released. I'm saving the worst for last. If you can guess what that is.
Why are you eating it? If you don't want to eat it, why eat it? You don't. This isn't
All right,
a challenge.
whatchamacallit? Made with
Also, it's your
chocolate,
YouTube
peanut,
channel.
Flavored crisps and caramel.
You get to say
This
what you
is a-
do and don't do. What is this?
So this is from the Hershey company. Whatchamacallit? I've never
Whatchamacallit.
seen these in Canada.
Never,
So might
never
just be a
tried.
US thing again.
Teach me. Oh, it looks like a muesli bar covered in chocolate.
All right, let's try.
I can't see. It's very blown out on my screen. Is it a muesli bar?
So it has caramel.
Oh no.
These like crispy rice things.
Puffed rice?
And what makes it for me is the peanut.
Peanut? Oh, this is a lot.
So that's the whatchamacallit. I guess I just like couldn't come up with a name, or I don't know.
Well, they've also got a thingamajig, right?
Very sweet.
Peanut butter and Rice Krispie. Ooh. Oh, it's made by Hershey's. Okay.
Actually, there's
Interesting.
2 snacks here. I'm not looking forward to trying
Then don't eat
because I
them.
know I don't like them. So this is
Don't eat them.
Goats' caramel, chewy caramel with a cream center. Cowtails. I've never seen these.
Cowtails is
Never seen these ever.
an
Gotta
iconic
try.
Anne
Let me
Boleyn
know
mukbang,
what your
isn't
favorite
it?
candy is of all these, and what you've tried.
I
what you
remember.
haven't tried. All right, let's see how this is gonna go. Cowtail. There's like a caramel. with
What's
a
the
cream
filling?
center.
It's caramel outside and then just like a cream filling? Or a vanilla filling? Yeah, I can't imagine that tastes very good.
I don't particularly like that flavor. It's bland. Like it just
There's not enough sugar in it?
doesn't have much of a flavor.
Not enough sugar.
Like if I want something sweet, I would definitely not reach for this. But
Maybe
yeah, it's just very tasteless. Like it's weird. I don't know if it's just stale.
Maybe.
No, it's not expired. 2022. That was not good at all. Fun Dip!
Do not recommend.
Oh my goodness, Fun Dip was also one of my favorite candies.
It's definitely got
I'm so
sugar in
excited
it,
to eat
so
this.
don't know.
It's been since childhood since I've had Fun Dip. This is Raz Apple Magic Dip. Now,
Fun
usually
Dip
would have,
seems very
three,
similar to
orange
Whiz
grape, I
Fizz.
think, and red or something.
No, wait, I've had Fun Dip before as well.
Now, do you
Yes.
guys eat the stick or no? I don't like the lick of sticks. So, you get the stick wet.
Which is, again,
And then
a
there's
hard
this, like,
sherbet stick from
Sugar
memory.
dust stuff inside
Can't see it.
Kind of like pixie sticks kind of stuff.
Not had pixie sticks, but I'm familiar. Again, sherbet.
You can lick it off.
This green screen is messing with this video.
Now, I've never seen this flavor. I don't much like it compared to the like orange and grape original. Yeah, liked it more as a kid, I think. So that's Fun Dip.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I got to try it again at least. Chunky. I think I vaguely remember this. Milk chocolate with peanuts and raisins.
Raisins.
Utz certified cocoa Ferrero
Ooh,
All right.
Ferrero.
group.
Yeah, nice. Like Rocher
Chunky.
and
You guys remember this?
Nutella.
Like a chunky.
Surprise,
like a
Ferrero
chunky
make
square.
Nutella. In case you didn't know. Now you know. Chunky. Okay. Curious. Never heard of it. It'll, like, they
Sure.
make good chocolate. Well, they make sweet chocolate. And if it's got nuts and raisins. Look. I'm not really here for raisins in chocolate. That's
The
just my
chocolate is really
personal
good.
preference. Same as I'm not here for raisins in
The
cookies.
mixture of raisin and peanut.
Or biscuits. Also, I'm not very
Really
pause
goes well
heavy in this
together.
one. Good for you, Zach.
Usually people like chocolate covered raisins or chocolate covered peanuts, but this is both.
Not raisins
that.
for me. So we have a chocolate here in Australia called Fruit and Nut by Cadbury. I'm assuming it's very similar to that. Is that
Probably
dark chocolate?
one of
though?
my favorite things
No,
so
I think
far.
it's milk. Milk chocolate with raisins and like
So
Is it almonds?
I like it more than
hazelnuts?
whatchamacallit.
Not peanuts.
All right,
Is it
another
peanut?
chocolate bar.
Don't know.
Hershey's Mr. Good bar, chocolatey chocolate candy with peanuts.
Is it
I
Mr.
like
Good
peanuts.
with an E?
So it just looks like a Hershey bar with peanuts in it. Mr.
Oh,
Good bar. Never
Mr.
saw
Good
it.
bar.
I don't think
Okay.
we've had this here. If we did, hasn't been in forever. Let's see, Mr. Good bar.
Hershey's chocolate. Not a fan.
Looks like a Hershey bar
Not a fan of Hershey's.
with peanuts in it.
I've had the Kisses, and I did not like the chocolate, so I didn't want to try any other product.
So simple, but very delicious.
What does that tell me? Tell me, what is it? Peanut and chocolate. It's a peanut chocolate bar.
I'm gonna need to eat some pickles after this. Something salty, or maybe one of those. I'm gonna have a pizzeria. Maybe I'm gonna have some wrap snacks. To a chip in between the sweet stuff because.
Sure, why not?
Too
Whatever.
much sweet stuff in a row is
It's a lot of sweets, yeah.
kind of grossing me out. Okay. Now,
Then-
this here, I've never tried.
If you're grossed out by doing something like this, take a break. Hit pause on your camera. Come back. Like, it's fine. Why does this have to all be done at once? It seems like she's not enjoying herself very much. And if you're not enjoying yourself making your content, people can tell. Like, we can tell. It's just,
This
like,
dip and lick slush puppy.
take a minute,
Blue
walk
raspberry.
away,
Blue raspberry is like my favorite kind of
have lunch
slush
or,
puppy.
I don't know, relax
Which I
for an
haven't had
hour, something,
in a while.
anything.
Come on. -1 point for packaging, that's for sure. All right, that took a while.
For being so nostalgic. And here's the other thing, right? For opening up the discussion. Here we go. Try to get your words in order, Zach. For opening up the discussion saying, oh, I went on this website and there was so much candy that was nostalgic and it was so nostalgic and it's all about this. It's like, we haven't heard a GD story about nostalgia. Like, I could tell you times, vaguely, I guess. I could tell you times where it's like, oh, me and my cousins went down to the corner store and got, like, the meter-long killer pythons. Like, I have a couple of stories attached to that food. Not necessarily emotionally, but it's definitely, like, within my history. So if these are meant to be nostalgic, why are we not getting anything like this? I feel like this is kind of more like a food review, but justified with the idea of, well, it's nostalgic and I wanted some of that. But it's like, if it's nostalgic, maybe tell us a little bit about why it's nostalgic or like history. I don't know. Maybe that's me asking too much. It just seems like opening a whole heap of junk food, trying a whole heap of junk food, filming, monetizing, all of it. Anyway, we will
You're a kid
continue.
at a candy store. You just want to you don't have to go home and ask
Take
your
you to
mom
the
for
candy shop.
scissors to open the candy you just bought with your allowance. So,
Wait, was she in the middle of telling me a story and I just interrupted with that? Whoops.
I don't know what the heck this is. It's like a weird blue powder with this weird blue lollipop. So
That's
Okay,
cool.
so
It's
you
like a
dip
half
it?
lollipop. Oh, and then you dunk it.
tastes like blue raspberry. I'm guessing you dip it in the slush puppy.
Oh, it's a slush puppy candy? I've had slush puppies before. Plenty. Never a candy though.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it tastes like sugar.
I don't know how I feel about this.
The more I think on this as well, sitting here and eating all of this and saying, oh, it's all so sweet, I don't like any of this. But then we saw the icing, so like it's a lot of sugar. For me, anyway, I'm not going to get into carbs, but it just seems like a lot of sugar to have all in one day.
Probably.
For me,
It's not
I
how
don't.
much I like, but
I'm not saying
Probably something
anything
I would like
about
as a
the
kid.
diet because it's a waste of
Right.
time, but like
that I'm in
it
my
just
late
seems
30s.
like a lot.
which is probably normal. I remember these garbage candies.
Considering
Remember
the
these garbage cans?
pre-diabetic discussion.
I don't remember what the candy tastes like. Yeah. No, I don't like that slush puppy.
Literally palate cleansing with chips.
What are these?
What are these? Is that a rubbish bin?
There's like a tin of soup a bone,
Candy in a row.
a shoe.
Fabulous.
Let's eat the tin of soup. Mmm. They're tart. Like sweet tarts. That's why I remember liking those. I'm gonna keep those. I like them. So those I can see myself eating, but some of these things, not so much. And it might be a waste, but
I feel like it is, yeah.
This used to be my favorite candy. The red one. Sour ooze.
Like
It's just like
Ivan ooze?
liquid candy. Man, oh man. I remember my mom didn't want me to eat this. So
Yeah,
when I was
liquid
at school,
sugar.
we had a candy shop. And it's like a tube of toothpaste, which you're going to need, funnily enough, after eating this. We had a candy store right beside. There was our school, our church, candy store. Nicest old man who ran the place. He's passed away now, rest in peace. And he used to just he had the best candy. So we would go with our lunch money sometimes.
I was not allowed out of
This is gonna
school
be like memory lane.
during lunch, but maybe it was after school she's referring to. That's me. That's me being specific.
A lot more sour than I remember. I used to get the red one, but
This seems weird. I've never tried this
again,
or anything like it.
I don't like it as much as I already used to.
It's just jellified
But-
sugar.
I really like these wrap snacks.
This is... I'm sorry, the palate cleansing with the savory chips is a thing to behold.
Very sour. Whew. Aw, I'm just being a kid.
Charleston Chew.
All right, I
Heard
always
about
see
these,
these
never tried
Charleston Chew. I got the vanilla one. Tootsie Roll Industry. So it's like a Tootsie Roll?
Never tried
Try
a Tootsie
frozen.
Roll. I feel like
Charleston
I'm missing out.
Chew. Never
Maybe-
tried it. It
Maybe
was my
not
first
though,
time.
considering the diet, but
Is it like a chocolate bar? Looks like a chocolate bar. It's like a big ol'... Okay, smells vanilla-y.
it's
I
like
don't know why they
a
call it chew.
taffy or nougat. Maybe nougat.
It's not bad.
Can you tell me if it's taffy or nougat,
It
please?
was very chewy.
Uh-huh.
What was that, like nougat?
Okay, cool. So like a vanilla nougat with, is it layers or it's waving it around?
It's okay.
It's okay. What are you going to do with that? You can't
I
share
go
that
as
with
far
anyone.
To say that I like it. You know what I mean?
Peetz isn't going to eat that, is he? I mean, maybe. Or is it going to go in the bin? Okay, so now this poses two problems, right? Because all of these things are single serve design. So it's like if you take a bite of everything or you put your mouth on something, you're either going to eat it or you're going to throw it out. So either it's a poor choice in diet, right? I don't think that's unfair of me to say, to have this amount of sugar on a table and say that ingesting this in whatever capacity when you are conscious about your diet or, you know, your intake may not be the healthiest thing in the world. I don't think that's wrong of me to say. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But you're putting it on YouTube, so guess what? We're going to talk about it. Or you're going to waste it all, in which case it's a waste of resources because money. And, you know, these could have been gifted to someone, they could have been given to someone, whatever. If I were being pedantic, which, hi, welcome to the channel. If I were going to set up something like this and try everything, with the intent of giving it all to someone else, I would just, so for all of the chocolate bars, for instance, open them, cut a slice off, like show the inside, and then eat that. And then the rest of it could be, you know, you could wrap it, you could bag it, you could give it to someone else without putting your mouth directly on it. The same with like the tube stuff. Like you could have put it out onto a spoon and then shown us and then eaten it. But yeah, now I don't really believe that these are going to be given to other people storyline because everything's single serve and everything's been in the mouth. So I hope you don't give that to other people. Yeah. Anyway.
I do like these wraps.
The palate cleanser really
Saltier
has
snacks
me.
more. All right, one more chocolate bar. Thank goodness. Wispa Gold.
Thank
Cadbury.
goodness, as if it's...
Aerated.
There's a reason why we refer to this food as like a treat or a snack or junk, you know, however you want to refer to it as. Because, like, it shouldn't be a chore to eat this. This is all kinds of, like, getting in my head about the relationship with the food of it all. Because, like, this shouldn't be a chore. This should not be a challenge. This should, I mean, like... It seems like, on the surface level of it all, this should be an enjoyable thing to do, right? We've all seen videos of people being like, oh, I got this box of international snacks and I'm going to try them all. It just seems like this is a lot of effort that Chantel doesn't really want to go through. So why is she doing this? Like, why? I get that it's content, but to sit there and complain about having to eat chocolate, oh my God. Just the disconnect of it all is a bit... Like, if you were sitting here and eating a plate of vegetables and complaining about it, I would probably feel similar in that, like, at least you have the food. Like, maybe don't complain about having the food. If it's not within your natural diet or your day-to-day diet, sorry, it might be a thing where if you were challenged to eat, like, different types of vegetables and didn't really enjoy, like, particular styles, that's fine, I get that. But these are literally sweets. These are designed... for you to enjoy them because sugar. So yeah, we'll continue.
Cadbury milk chocolate with a layer of caramel. Wispa Gold.
Wispa.
Never heard of
Cadbury.
this.
I know that brand.
So I think Cadbury is based in the UK, is it not? I don't know.
I believe so. It's available here in Australia. And fun fact, they have a trademark on their purple color. Didn't know that. Well, I learnt that like 12 years ago, but.
I think for chocolate, Cadbury is probably my favorite.
It's
I
good
like the
chocolate.
flavor of their chocolate.
Well, good is subjective, but
It's actually pretty good.
better quality than Hershey's, in my opinion.
Tastes kind of like a Aero with caramel in it.
Oh, so is it aerated like...
Because Aero bar is aerated too.
Well, there you go. Answered.
Okay.
Question answered. Fabulous.
So I like the stuff with the peanuts in it. I like the garbage can candy.
Are you going to gift the rest of it away?
The pretzels are a bit too
allegedly?
salty. My favorite, if you couldn't tell. Now the two snacks I find
Little
absolutely
strange
disgusting.
cuts in this as well.
I don't know why they
Anyway,
were invented.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know which of you weirdos are keeping them in business. The wax lips.
Oh yeah, I've seen these.
Ugh. Wax lips.
Are these edible or not?
There's wax in here. What are you supposed to do? Like chew on it?
I don't
haven't
know.
tried these in forever.
I have never tried them.
Some people think green jean. Some people think I'm wacko, but I'm just from outer space. Maybe I'll fit in better with these wax lips on my face. Probably. People go through a lot of
Again, the green
trouble
screen.
and money to get lips like this. All right. Show green jean some love in the comments.
It's frightening. I'm frightened.
Oh, I can't even do it. I can't eat wax. I can't do. That calls for a wrap snack. All right. Last, and certainly least, Thrills. And their slogan is, "It still tastes like soap."
Oh goody. Are these just like prank candies?
Gee, how forthcoming of you.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking back to like being a kid without a lot. Maybe that's the purpose of hauls like this, like people who aren't able to like physically receive all of these can still get that kind of like rush of like, oh, things are being opened and people can tell me what things are like and all of that. I just like, as a kid, I would, like, a sixth of this I would have been happy with. Like, one candy bar I would have been happy with. Not to say there weren't, like, candy bars in my past, just, like, I don't know. I don't know. This is strange. This feels strange. Because if it was an adult, again, if Chantel was telling me stories about childhood or had specific nostalgia about things, not just a candy shop past the church near her school, about a nice old man who's no longer with us, unfortunately, like, that's not really anything specific. It doesn't humanize Chantel in the way that she maybe thinks it's doing, because it's not a story specific to her. So I would understand if you had specific nostalgia to these things and you could relay that as a content creator. But this seems like a chore. There's no joy in this. Why even film this? Why even upload this if you're not going to? Because it's candy, it's sugar, it's a good time. Like, it's for most of us, you know. I don't know. This feels strange.
Okay. I'm gonna do it for you guys.
This is gum? Gum that tastes like
Purple.
soap. Was this meant to be a challenge? Is that what it was?
Sam, don't scratch the carpet, Sam. Wrap snacks. Yes.
I don't think I
Yes.
like this.
And a garbage can. I can still taste it. I'm burning those. I'm gonna throw them in my electric fireplace. Oh, they're horrible.
Maybe not safe with the plastic, but...
Now, which one of you weirdos is keeping them in business? I know there's some people who love it. No. All right, guys, this was fun.
Was it?
I didn't like the things as much as I thought I would. I liked a lot more. I liked a lot more of these candies as a kid. This was probably one of my favorites. Very sour.
Just
So
liquid
yeah.
sugar.
Anyway, this was a lot of fun.
Was it?
And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Okay, well, there we go. We're all caught up. So, sadly, it seems like Chantel's going into an emergency room situation type deal anytime now. There's a potential new diagnosis of vasculitis, and also a whole waste of candy. Very good. Anyway, if you got to this point in the video, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. I'll be in the discussions below if you'd like to leave me a comment. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!